Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the dungeon. Okay. New starting screen looked pretty good. Where did I even start? Okay, so I was planning to go live at 8, just to test things out. And when I was getting everything set up and ready to go, my Stream Deck through StreamerBot absolutely just stopped responding. Completely. I have no idea what's wrong with it, and I didn't have time to fix it. So, yeah, I don't have any of my hotkeys because they were all set up through that. They were all keyless hotkeys because I thought I was being smart and cool and, saving all my keyboard buttons from misclicks. But nope. Nope. I am hotkeyless. But everything else, I think, is working. All of the commands. So I have a couple set up. There is trap. Pulled lever. You took out 4 adventures. 4. Yes. Nice numbers. Could do more. Okay. And yeah, that kind of completely threw me. The deck not working. So I was gonna talk a little bit about who I am, what the dungeon is about, what I want to do with it, what I want to build a community for, because I have some fun projects, but I need people, preferably not humans. It's a dungeon. Monsters would be good. You're welcome to join the Grizzly Beans. But we take all sorts. Any monstrosities, any infernals, any fae, you are all welcome in the dungeon. Adventures sometimes, but not always. Yeah, so what I wanted to do... Oh, I made a new background. I got told off for my last one, but I won't go into the details. No, oh, I can't leave it like that, can I? A friend advised me to improve my backgrounds, so I redrew everything. We'll leave it at that. Yeah. I just got to get the initial nerves out, and yeah. I'm probably not going to share the VOD of this, actually. I'm too nervous now. But I just want to get used to going live, being live, and talking to the camera. I should probably do a little more, like, recording myself and watching it back and getting things right. But I'm more of a learning by doing kind of person. Oh, man. Ugh. Yeah, let's change rooms so I can put up a browser source, and then let's get my good friend Excel up, because I think drawing and typing stuff out would be pretty good. Okay. Load. It did load. Good. Okay, let's pop over to the game space. Pop. Really happy with this as well. Set up dynamic lighting. And we need to go here and then browser capture, which was a hotkey. But as I mentioned, those aren't working. Okay. So we can take that off. And I can go to Excel. And I'll move OBS to the other side so I can see what I'm doing. There. Okay. Got it. Okay. What am I going to do today? Who is your daddy and who do they work for? That's kind of a 90s reference. We'll lose that. Okay, who am I? Rainbird lore. I have it partially written, so I'll read a little bit of that. Where was it? I can't do that in the same browser source. Or can I? Okay, did that work? That did work. Okay, we're good. Okay, because I have some notes and I don't particularly want to share them because this is already cringe as heck. Also, it's a safe for work stream, so I have to remind myself not to swear. Okay, royally screwed up my intro. Check. Tech check disguised as content. Yeah, thoroughly messed that up. Lore about myself, a Q&A. I don't have watchers. I don't need to do a Q&A. Showcase my sets. No. I wanted to do a little... Oh, I didn't get that set up in time. Okay. Can we salvage it? Oh, I might be able to save the VOD and make something useful for YouTube yet. So, we'll do an introduction, maybe. Do I have that as a separate source as well? Learning things on the fly here. Nope. That's all part of the same scene. Great. I am Rainbird. This is my dungeon. I am the final dungeon boss of the dungeon. I have dynamic lighting, which I do like, but that is not really what I'm supposed to be talking about. Yeah, what do you do when you fall apart like this? It's really embarrassing. It's super cringe. I will definitely save this VOD, so if and when I get better, I can share parts of this part where I just absolutely lost it and have absolutely no track on what I'm supposed to be doing whatsoever. How does one stream? Where is instructions? Instructions unclear and not understood. Yeah. I'm gonna take a sip of tea and we'll get back on track. That's what we'll do. I kind of wish I could skip to just having redeems. Oh, that would be so good. Okay. Who am I? I am Rainbird. I am the dungeon boss for a little dungeon, somewhere green and quiet, and I suppose that's supposed to be more about the flesh tuber behind the scenes. Okay. Let's see. I should write stuff out, actually. Future reference, do a little more scripting than I did. More than just, like, topic highlights. I know other streamers are super disorganized. How do they manage it? There's kind of a fear of getting a viewer now. Okay. I am someone who studied computers. Then I studied animation. Then when I was studying animation, I was hired by one of my lecturers to work in his street theater company, where I did prop making, I did puppetry, puppet making, props, set and stage making, maintenance, sound, all of that fun and cool stuff, and also boring stuff like accounting and studio management. And then I wasn't making very much money in that, so I sold my soul a little bit and worked in the tech industry for a bit. I worked for Blizzard, or I should say, I worked for Blizzard. I was the first generation 705th seasonal employee generation. And I was a GM for a couple of months. Then I worked for Supercell. I was a game champ. Basically just customer service. I was who you got through to on the app when you need help for stuff. Then I worked for Google for like 3 years on Google Workspace support. And after that, I worked for Snapchat in moderation. And then I started my own business making craft. So while I was getting the big, not that big bucks, I was a pretty small cog. When I was doing okay working for Google, I saved up some cash and I bought myself a laser, a Glowforge, and now I make craft and family crests and wedding cake toppers and that sort of thing on Etsy, which is linked below in my About tab if you want to have a look. I also do custom orders if you wanted standees or something like that. And that's more or less where I am now. I had a pretty bad last year and decided to start streaming. So about 9 months ago, I started learning how to make a VTuber. Made my model, rigged it myself, made plenty of mistakes, set up my OBS, StreamerBot. What else do I use? I have VBridger, but it works in waits. I'll probably finish setting that up eventually. What other things do I use? So Stream Elements is a pain, isn't it? Yeah. And that's where I am now. Oh. Okay. What is a Grizzly bean? This is kind of, maybe I should just like make my mistakes here and then have something more cohesive for the next stream. What is a Grizzly bean? I also have some lore already done up for my beans. I should probably have had this Excel like all ready to go rather than making it on stream, because that's a little messy, isn't it? That's not very professional. You want to be a VTuber and you don't have anything set up, you don't have anything organized. It's like you're doing this for the first time. It's like you don't know what you're doing at all. That's crazy, man. Really. It's mad. Wild. Why would you do that? Why would you spend 9 months drawing and creating your VTuber model and rigging it and spend all that time setting up OBS, making your own assets, making your own background, and then you go live and you have no idea what to do? You have no clue. You don't know what you're doing. You have no clue. Help. Help. Okay, that was fun. Okay, move that to there. Oh, learning where to put things. So many windows I have open, so many apps, so many. Just to run everything is crazy. What is a grizzly bean? Grizzly beans are these little green bears that I have all over my stream. So what I want to do is create their own monster / character sheet. I hope I can get some people in the community to sort of help with that or decide on things or like veto ideas. Because I kind of have a sheet, like I could put a sheet together for a monster or a playable character, but I kind of want like community feedback because I want the Grizzly Beans to be the community's character, not just something I made and I'm like, here, have this. I made this for you. I want you guys to have an input in it. Not that there are any of you guys here yet. There are a couple of people in my Discord. If you like D&D, TTRPG, creative writing, art, why not pop into my Discord? There are some very nice people there, but they don't talk too much right now because there's not a lot of people and a lot of them already know each other, so they just talk on Facebook Messenger because we're old like that. Okay, what is a grizzly bean? That's probably a good one to ask. Set up. Do I really want to showcase my background and setup? Maybe I want to do that separately. Maybe I want to put that in a nice little YouTube video. It's like, hey guys, look, I made this. Here are all the steps of me making it. This is me not understanding perspective. Oh, what the hecky? Oh, get out of here, you. I don't want you. Yeah, kind of a disorganized mess is what I am. But we are here to get the nuts and bolts of that down. I am surprisingly good at things like solo job interviews. It's mostly group settings that this is what happens to me, that I fall to pieces. Yeah, I kinda... Yesterday I was all like, yeah, I can talk for 2 hours, I'm ready to go. I know all the things. I'm like the world expert on me. And then I hit start stream and the starting soon was flashing and my brain just went completely, utterly blank. Empty head. There is nothing here. You are not prepared. You are not prepared. Okay. I did a Who Am I? Let's read the lore. Let's do the Rainbird lore, but I want to do that in the dungeon chat room, I think. Or would you guys rather see the text? No, we'll do that in the dungeon chat room. Yeah. Oh, and I can show the D&D table I made off. Because I want to do that. I want to show everything off. But like I said at the start of the stream, my deck, my keyless hotkeys, like died like 20 minutes before I started streaming, and everything has gone wrong since. Yeah, so we'll go back to the dungeon chat room. At least my transitions work. That's something. Okay. I wanted to show the D&D table. Okay. Oh, it's a little smaller than I had planned, or my model isn't exactly where I planned it to be. How should I move it? This is how you do things. Is this right? Is this where I want? Yeah. Oh, perfect. Oh, symmetry. Oh, symmetry. There. Perfect. Yes. Now, roll initiative. Do it. There's actually a command in the chat, exclamation mark initiative, that will roll a d20. Something I would really like to do, I don't have the know-how yet, but I think I can figure it out, is to actually get like a board on the top right or the top left there, that anyone who rolls initiative, it'll put you on a board and then sort you in order. Another thing I'd like to do in my streams is, as like a once a stream event, maybe have like 4 players roll initiative, and I'll bring up Roll20, and we'll have the like a generic Grizzly bean stat block, and like 4 people from chat can maybe pop in, or maybe we can do it through Discord. That might actually be a better choice. So we'll have 4 chatters, either in chat or in Discord. I'll figure out how I want to do that. And you'll just play a little scenario, maybe like an adventurer invasion. And yeah, take them out. Use traps. Traps. Easily distracted. Get out here, you. Okay. Okay, I brought you here for a reason. Oh, lore reading, yes. Okay, I wanted to put reverb onto this, so I might re-record this later, as opposed to just doing it straight from the VOD. But we'll do a little dramatic reading of some lore, and then I will panic and I will probably end stream afterwards. Yeah. Okay. Him. Oh, my ears really pop up when I do that. I can. Okay. In a land once formed from mist, there exists a being whose name is only now remembered by the most ancient of Archfey. The only stories of him in the material plane lay in vague and obscure references, in tales and nursery rhymes of the Shanaki, the tellers of tales, those who keep the tradition of carrying legends and lore by the word of mouth to keep their magic alive. Hidon Brishta Negralesh Nagyalak Haran. The rain once fell in love with the moon. The details of this affair of the heart has long been lost. This being disappeared from the world, the Ian Bashtach, the rainbird. Deep in the darkest forest of this land, the Grizzly woods, beyond the edges of civilization, he found a small fort, dilapidated and overgrown by time. Through a pair of dark, creaking wooden doors and down stone steps into utter darkness. Underneath the little fort was a sprawling dungeon, long since abandoned by the lich that once beleaguered the silent cold stones. In the deepest depths of the earth, as far as one could get from the light of the sun and the glow of the moon, he stayed for centuries, eating instant noodle pots. His only companion, the broken, inert phylactery of the previous occupant, a few cultist bones, and a particularly grumpy, mind-flayer tadpole in a jar, labeled Elizabeth. Elizabeth was a surprisingly poor conversationalist, but company is company after all. And that's Elizabeth right there. That's the lore I've written so far. And we'll put that together in some form of video on YouTube, I suppose. That seems to be the thing to do. Yeah. So... How long have I been going? Because it's probably 15 minutes, but it feels like an hour. 31 minutes. That's better than I thought. That's better than I thought, guys. I was like, oh, I've been talking for what feels like 2 days, so it must have been 7 or 8 minutes. But no. The starting screen was like 4 minutes, so I have been yapping for 26 minutes. That's not bad going at all. I'm almost happy with that. Okay, so I wanted to do the lore reading. I wanted to do a little introduction. Yeah. I think that's the main thing I wanted to do with this stream. Wasn't expecting to get any viewers, didn't get any viewers, that's cool. Because I didn't really announce it anywhere. Yeah, this was always going to be a 0-person stream, and that is absolutely okie dokie. I hope I will get people to watch in the future, because that helps so much, having someone just in the chat to bounce off of. I think it is pretty well known, but the initial streaming to 0 people is probably like the hardest part of getting into streaming. At least that seems to be from my experience. Like all of the videos, they're like, before you start streaming, you should know blah 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 blah. These 5 tips for the first 6 months you will be streaming to 0 people. Get used to it. Okay, I was prepared. Are there anything else I want to talk about? Because this is just a test stream. This is not like a proper going live all the time, chatting to everyone stream, like very little planning, just wanted to go live, get out some of my nerves, which if I do leave the VOD up, I might leave the VOD up. You'll see that like at the start I'm like, oh god, what do I talk about? And now I'm a little more relaxed, a little more laid back. I still have to figure out where to put all of my screens, because I kind of have My main monitor is on my left, and my secondary monitor is on the right, and I have OBS on the right screen, and I'm kind of just watching myself. I'm not sure. Anywho, that'll actually do. I don't have any watchers. I need to think of a sign out. Everyone who watches this in the VOD, stay safe, take care of yourself, and don't trust all your apps to work before your first stream, because something will break and that will completely throw you off and you will be a nervous gibbering wreck. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Stop streaming. Click the button.